I am panicking right now. My crypto portfolio is down hundreds of thousands of dollars in just the last few weeks. I keep buying the dips, but the dips turn into bigger dips, and I don't know where the bottom is. How much more of this can I endure? I really am starting to lose my patience with this. Now guys, I know that you are feeling the exact same as me. This feeling that is inside me right now, I know is inside you because the markets are controlling the way that we feel and the way that we think. There's also people out there who know that we, as the retail investors, think and feel like this, and they're there to capitalize on the opportunity that we give them. But you can get ahead. You can understand this feeling and this pain that's inside you right now and think more logically than emotionally, and we can capitalize and we can overcome our pain and our fear. Guys, hit the like button. Let's get into the jungle. Now, obviously, we're not going to go into the jungle, yeah? But I know that you've been told over and over again by me, by other influencers, that you should be buying the dip, okay? But these people who are telling you this, they're also feeling the same fear as you. What makes them know about buying the dip? Well, guys, buying the dip is something that is logically proven to be effective in a bull market. And I know there'll be people watching this being like, oh, the bull market's over, we're done. In which case, mate, why are you still watching YouTube videos on crypto? You know, you've got like a few years to go and do something else. But I'm not having a dig, okay? Because I know that there's a lot of people out there who are telling you that because of this chart and that chart and these charts, that we're all okay. This is just temporary. This is something we've seen every time in the bull market before. But you've also got other people saying, well, yeah, but the stock market is about to crash. If that stock market crashes, then it's going to bring Bitcoin and it's going to bring the whole world market with it. And that's going to be a disaster for us holding the risky crypto assets, because not only will Bitcoin tank 10, 20K, but the altcoins that you're holding on to so tightly right now will fall 40 to 50, maybe even 60%. It's happened before and it can happen again. So seeing as we got some experts telling us that the market's going up from here and other experts out there telling us that the market is going to go down from here, we're in the middle being like, well, if these guys don't know, and I've been in this game for like 6 months or less, the F do I know what's going to happen? And this is what I'm here to help you with, because you need to get a grip of yourself. And I've been telling you this before, but I'm going to tell you in a bit more of a kind of a dramatic and harsher fashion, because when you start to feel the ultimate pain inside yourself, that to me is the biggest indicator that we are probably likely to turn around. And on the flip side of things, when you see those charts flying towards the moon and you're like, yes, I'm selling everything and I'm going to put it all into Bonk or Doge or whatever it is, that's when you want to be starting to feel more bearish. And why is this? Well, guys, you've probably seen the Wall Street cheat sheet before. Wall Street cheat sheet shows you at different levels of the market how the market is feeling. And guess what? We as retail investors are only really existing in these markets to provide liquidity to the whales. Why? Because the whales are smart. If I want to make money in crypto, I need to buy from someone dumber than me who's going to be selling the bottoms, and I need to sell to someone dumber than me at the top who's happy to buy the tops. But if we're all smart together, then guess what? No one can really win, because we're like, well, I'm not going to sell you my house for 100K, knowing that it's worth 120K. And then you're like, well, I don't want to buy a house for 120K because then I can't make any money on it. So you see, this is the problem in crypto. The inexperience makes us do stupid things, and the big money knows this. The big money will therefore manipulate the price and manipulate the market's news and sentiment to get you to do something that you really don't want to do, even though your monkey mind tells you that you do. So what's our monkey mind telling us to do? Well, because over the last few months, the markets have been flying. Okay, we've been feeling great about ourselves. We think that we are some of the best investors the world has ever seen before, because we bought some coin with a dog with a hat on it and we made ourselves 20 or 30x, which is more money perhaps than anyone in your family, in the history of your family, has ever made from one single investment on a coin with a dog and a hat on it. But there's a problem with this. It makes us into degenerate gamblers. We think that we're bloody damn good at this game, but maybe we're not. Not only that we also start to crave that dopamine, that kind of high that we got from being involved in such a thing like that meme coin. That means that during this period of time, right now, where we're starting to feel maximum fear and pain, we get really bored and we're like, well, I've been making hundreds of thousands of dollars the last couple of weeks and now nothing's happening. In fact, I'm not even making money. I'm now actually losing money. So what I tend to do is I start to sell my bags. I start to go looking and panicking and trying to buy more. And I'm actually seeing some of the biggest crypto YouTubers out there this morning telling you that they've been selling bags in order to give themselves cash in hand. So considering that there's some experts out there who think that we're going up and some experts out there who think that we're going down, I'm prepared to sit here as someone who might be perceived by some to be, someone who knows a little bit about what's going on in the markets and tell you that I have an idea, but I'm not 100% sure. Therefore, you're definitely not 100% sure. And if you're not 100% sure, then you will have to admit that the markets can go up and the markets can go down. Therefore, we must come up with a strategy that makes us happy no matter what plays out. Now, there's a few scenarios I've seen being talked about. People selling their bags in order to give themselves less exposure to the markets and to give themselves more buying power should the market shift down. And okay, that's fair enough, because if you can come up with a scenario in your head, you have to play out with how it makes you feel at the end of this. If you start to sell some of your altcoins and the market continues to dip, then guess what? You have nailed it, okay? You've absolutely won. That's on one scenario taking place. If the other scenario takes place, remember, we don't know necessarily which scenario is going to play out, then you get screwed because you've taken an L on those coins and you're going to be forced to buy if those coins start to pump after like this. Those coins start pumping, you will be forced to ape in late on into big green candles. And we know what happens when you ape into big green candles. You get big old red ones after. And here's the other scenario. We're going to go straight up from here. So it makes sense. I should take all my money and shove it into crypto right now. Take all the money I've got in the world and go 100% in. Well, that works really well. If the market continues towards the upside, guess what? The market dips further and you get screwed again, because then you're going to miss out on even better discounts than you have available to you right now. So I'll tell you what I'm doing and I'll tell you why I'm doing it. I'll also tell you what you got to do to make your own scenario play out, because you, me, everyone else out there, we're in different situations. We have different things going on, different jobs, different cash flow, different savings, different things. Okay, therefore you have to come up with a scenario that is best for you, and I'll teach you a simple way to do that. And for me personally, I have cash flow that comes in fairly regularly. Therefore, I'm happy to drill as much cash in as possible, and if the markets continue to dip, I can continue to do it. But typically, most of you will probably work a salary job, which means you'll get paid once a month, maybe twice a month if you're lucky, and if you've got limited savings or whatever. But typically, most people don't, okay? So they're just waiting for their paycheck to come in, they put some of that money into crypto. So what I would be doing right now is definitely not selling, but if I had cash flow coming in, then I would be using that cash flow to be investing into the dips. But I wouldn't be putting all of it in. So say I had $100 left over at the end of my paycheck, maybe I put in $50, $75. This means that if the price goes down, I'm happy because I've got more money to put in. And if the price goes up, I'm happy because I get exposure to the pump. This is the only way that you can end up with a good result no matter what happens, okay? Because there is no guarantee that it gets worse or it gets better from here. Okay, I don't know as soon as I put this phone down whether the price of Bitcoin is now at 70k or 60k. Okay, and no one out there telling you that they know for sure knows for sure. There's lots of models, we can follow lots of information, but there is no guarantees. Now, simply to work out what you've got to do from here, you need to identify where is my money, my investments for crypto coming from. If you're all in, you have no more money in the game right now, and you're not likely to get any more money, either hold on for dear life because you overexposed yourself too early, and that's a mistake you've made, but you have to live with the repercussions, or go and find an alternate source of income, which obviously people don't like to hear because crypto is the easy game, okay? It's an easy way for us to make easy money until this happens, and then everything tanks. And we're like, maybe it wasn't that easy. And yes, you can DCA into coins you've already got. Here's the next point. If you are looking to buy crypto right now, probably not a bad time. Why? Because the markets are significantly down on where they were. It's a much better time to buy than it was last month. That's the thing that we can all agree on. So what coins should I be buying? Well, it's really quite simple. Crypto is full of lots of amazing, genius, technologically advanced projects that are going to be absolutely world-changing, potentially. But what we're relying on right now is the next people who come into the market to pump our bags. Remember, people who are not as smart as us need to come into the market and buy from you. Therefore, what are they going to buy? Do you reckon they're going to be buying into zero knowledge, layer 3 proofs that, solve these problems and solve the decentralization issues and solve, the costs and the speeds of transactions? Probably not, because probably lots of people don't really understand what I've just said. Do you think then that they're more likely to buy in and be able to get behind a project that they understand more clearly? Like a video game that's already attracted 100,000 users, that has a token that these 100,000 users are going to be using to buy and sell different things within the game. Do you reckon people are also going to be investing in AI, a keyword that's been changing the world recently? We all know what ChatGPT is, and ChatGPT demands heavily on, certain types of AI things going on and deep in to support it. And this is probably the limit of where we should be focusing, because really, no matter how genius and brilliant the tech is, a lot of the biggest movements we're going to see in this market during the next phase, which is the retail period, is going to come from not the most crazy projects. It's going to come from the easy to understand projects. Why do you think GameFi does so damn well in retail phases of bull markets? No brainer, okay? Because it's easy to understand. Bright, colorful websites that everyone can be a part of. And yes, there is technical projects within this space, but if you can't sit down the pub with your mate having a few beers and explain what that project does to him or her or whoever, then you're probably in the wrong game, okay? As in, you're probably buying the wrong coins. Because you remember, you need your mate down the pub to be the one who comes in next to buy it from you at a higher price, and those guys are not going to be buying crazy, weird, wacky stuff that they have no idea what it does. And I want to just leave you with one thing. The Wall Street cheat sheet should be used in conjunction with how you're feeling. And yes, that Wall Street cheat sheet looks like it remembers the whole bull market, bear market, but actually within that market, there's lots of different Wall Street cheat sheets all the way up, okay? Right now, think about how you're feeling, because you represent the market. No matter how smart you are, no matter how much you think you know more than other people, you still represent the market, okay? If you're feeling the fear and the panic and the scaredness, and you're scared, then guys, think about where that is on the Wall Street cheat sheet, because I guarantee it's not up in that hope euphoria area. And I don't think we're in the complacency anymore. I think we're more getting towards the sort of the despair and the fear and the anger and all that stuff. And look what comes after it. This is very key. Pay attention to this, because no matter the noise, no matter who's shouting what, the only thing we can rely on is our own feeling. And our own feeling forces us to do something stupid, but don't do the stupid thing. Do the opposite of what your monkey mind is telling you to do, and you won't go far wrong. It's if your monkey mind is telling you to sell and dump all your bags right now. Remember, the smart money's watching you. They know what you're doing, and they're ready to pounce whenever you do something stupid. If you're feeling the fear, you're panicking right now, do the opposite, and you will not go far wrong. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that slightly different update. Hit the like button for me, just standing out here, absolutely sweating my tits off in the last 10, 15 minutes that this has taken. And if you liked this kind of slightly real talk video with a bit of different background, I know it's not the most exciting. It's like I'm in a prison yard with a swimming pool behind me. But yeah, then let me know down below in the comments, and probably I'll do some more of it. Guys, take care. Stay safe out there. Remember, don't panic. Stay calm. Carry on. See you later. Bye-bye.